Stupid. Can't even pick his own nose. I am Milton, son of a carpenter and married, dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom Marianne. I am the son of a carpenter and married, I get to tell parables. And I also get to tell you about Tommy. He's a parable series. He's the no-arm Chinese peddler, avid worker of the unseen business, the streets. In particular, the Chinese streets, the Oriental unseen business, where they value blind obedience. And Tommy has always been a good brown noser, so when his boss, Wu, told him to stick his right arm into a wood chipper, he was giving him a test of loyalty, a test of management, a test to see how blindly obedient he was. And Tommy slowly fed that right arm into the wood chipper. Lefty, the left arm, saw what was going on with Righty, the right arm, getting chipped up and all that. And Lefty wisely jumped off. He's doing quite well. Got a nice hand modeling career going on. He goes to Vegas. He's very good at the one-armed bandit. And he is at Alice Bar for the AA meeting at the bar. Yes, Tommy. He lost both arms, but he's bossing a whole lot of folks around at work. He also won his girlfriend's heart. He's always been scaly. He always talks with a hoarse lisp. He likes to stick his tongue out a lot. I told you, he was Chinese. They've been sticking their tongue out the rest of the world for many, many millennia. Now that he's missing both arms, he does a very mean snake dance. He snaked his way in between Rhea and whoever she was dancing with. And he's been there ever since. Unbeknownst to him, he's married now. She walked him down the aisle at the church barbecue. At least that's what she called it. Put the Three Stooges on the inside of his sunglasses there, and she said, honey, you enjoy the Three Stooges? She put those earbuds in his ears so he couldn't hear anything, and walked him down the aisle, and she told him, when I pinch you back, I want you to say, I do, because they're going to be asking you, it's the church barbecue, do you want an extra large helping of cat? And so she pinched his back, and he said, I do, and they're married. And, where was that? I was at the AA meeting at the bar, and Lefty's just there. Usually it's Tommy going to the AA meeting, but Lefty is also an amputee. As he says quite often, or at least he writes down on his little notepad he carries around in his sleeve, Lefty says, I got stupid amputated. Yeah, Tommy is stupid. And yes, it's Tommy's AA meeting at the bar, Amputees Anonymous, but it's also Lefty's, and Tommy's working late. And everyone asks Lefty what happened to Stupid. Oh, they call him Stupid when he's not there. And Lefty writes down that Aria has to go pick him up. He's working late at work, and she doesn't want him riding the Tommy mobile. You know, you stand on those two wheels. You've seen them. And you kind of steer with your arms, but Tommy has to steer with, some headgear they got him. But he stands up and he rolls on the Tommy mobile and charges the Tommy mobile up at the end of the day. She's gone to get him. Lefty explains. And Lefty and the rest of that AA meeting at the bar, Amputees Anonymous, I told you that. They have a real good time. They have a better time with Lefty than they do with Tommy. Oh, he hops up on the table. They pull it over so he can throw darts. Oh, let me show you last month's imagery, my 4x6 photos, so I can start cutting them out soon. Gotta have the new August. Soon, another week or two. So I'll show you what I got printed out that you can get printed out. You got to go to Daffodilia. Oh, that's it right there. Daffodilia, the Wix site, my portfolio Wix site, and also daffodilia.blogspot.com. You'll find the links there. Download 24,000 of my graphic art photos. That's what this is. It had a little bit of an edge cut off because I have to put the exactly 4x6 background in front of it or behind it, and that way the photo printer won't crop off some of my imagery. Or any of the handsome bald guy wearing his hat there. So, where was I? Oh yeah, Lefty's at the AA meeting at the bar. He's throwing the darts. And he plays a mean air hockey. And he doesn't get the, the hockey paddle. What do you call those things? He doesn't get the hockey paddle stuck in his mouth like Tommy does. And he's very witty. A Lefty is. He keeps them in stitches with let me go turn that light on. It's a little dark there. What he jots down on that little notepad he carries with him. He's very funny. Oh, that's a little better. And Will Work For there has the links on them to a whole lot of these sites. Well, you're going to find something you like in 24,000 examples of my work. Download. Remember to burn to DVD or just put it on flash drive. That's easy enough. So that your friends that does not want to show up. It's much brighter. Let's see if this works. That's a little better. But it looks much better. I don't know why it's not showing up on the screen that way. Yeah, put them on DVDs, put them on flash drives, hand them out to your friends because you don't know who can and who can't read Milton's imagery at these sites. Oh, a lot of these things, it's unreal. I'll design them on the screen there, and then I go to print them out, and they're dark as anything. I think it's magic Chinese photo paper. Oh, let me get that one out real quick, since I don't have much to do in the Tommy. Last night's Parable Bite and this morning's, all you gotta do is do my sugar check, show you the eyes are changing. And yeah, you'll find these big fives in with all of my graphic art photos, 24,000 plus, in their own folder. I've been asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check. You can consider everything on this side of the video to be a Tenzin getting. I mean, I can tell you all about Jesus' Immaculate House, calmly and patiently waiting in the Immaculate Apartment for someone to tear down the Great Wall of Evil that has just me, handsome bald guy, and all this imagery. I can tell you all about that, but yeah, until you show up on this side of the video, we can't get started. But you can document your family's lifeline being hijacked. 424-229-4140. It takes just 5 minutes to check and post in 5. Not one 911 Flight 93 check in a decade. That's you trying to call me. Send us a 93 check. I'm checking to make sure my phone works all the time. Not one. No certified mail in all that time. No non-certified mail. No FedEx. No UPS. If you're going to send mail, make a video at first and make sure you certify it or send it FedEx or whatever. But yes, it's going to be stolen. So, yeah, it takes 5 minutes. And those who are hijacking your call to me are word enough about that to alter phone records covered up. But when you got timestamp on your phone, number dialed, whoever you're making that video of in that room there, their family's lifeline. Oh, some 4 to a 4x6 print credit card, debit card, license, driver's license size, ID card size. Oh, very readable. It might not be in this video, but come get a nice contact image from me. In person, you have to. Those people walking among us are hijacking your call to me. Now, what was I saying when I interrupted myself? Yeah, make that video. Whoever's in the room there with you, their family's lifeline, not working. They tried to call me. Got the timestamp on your phone. You got the number dialed. Those hijacking America's lifelines are word enough about that to alter phone records covered up. But you've got video proof. And when millions of Americans have video proof, well, our news media not doing their job. Call me up in front of every network news anchor you got. That's a decade worth. Me asking for a 93 check and not getting one. Check and post a 5 in front of every network news anchor, local news anchor, mayor, governor, senator, anyone in the public eye. Get their reaction to America's hijacked lifelines post. Get them weighing in. Why aren't you covering this? How can we trust anything you've given us in the past or given us in the future will give us today? When you can't cover something every American can cover with their phones. Got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. Those hijacking America's lifelines, they can place a cowardly Hussein in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins with 9/11. They are worried enough about that to alter phone records covered up. Oh, I'm not a fan of the buffoon Russian guy Trump in there now. That's where the ruble stops. Is that right? That's where the ruble stops. Now, I'd Google about half the time, but I can't trust my Google. Oh, I didn't know, so I was going to use in last night's Herbal Bite, and this morning I was going to use the ill guy from Korea. It's been a while. I don't watch as much news or TV as I used to hear Jay Leno joking about him on the late night talk shows a lot. But I Googled and I couldn't get him. I don't know. Maybe I had the wrong name, wrong spelling, or whatever. But I Googled, Korea's nuclear guy, and I couldn't get it. So I ended up going with the Emperor of China. The devil is talking to the Emperor of China, and both the devil and the Emperor have the most evil of smiles on their faces. And the devil says, wait until I give you the command. And then you unleash that oriental fury with all your might. And we will rule together, Emperor. We will rule together the post-nuclear apocalyptic world. And then both of them, the Emperor and the devil, get this really long, evil laugh going. Well, can't you see that as a nice business card? It's photo paper, but it's a nice. That could be your contact. It could be anything over here. Your car, your friends, your house, your favorite flowers. Come see me. I guess it could go that way too. But anyway, the devil laughs. For those of you watching the audio, I'm showing off some of my portfolio contact cards. I have my contact and all of that on them. But let me get back to the devil and the Emperor of China. They both had that long, evil laugh until the devil stops. And then, you know, the devil stops and then the emperor stops. And then the devil screams. The loudest scream you've ever heard. And the emperor asks him, "What's wrong?" And the devil explains. Some attractive blonde and near blonde college girls, cheerleaders, are thinking about going to see the one and only Melton, son of a carpenter Mary. I told you about that, didn't I? Daddy carpenter worked on skyscrapers. Mom Marianne. I am the son of a carpenter Mary. I get to tell parables. They're thinking about going to see him. That will ruin our plans. I've got to go stop them. And then, of course, in the minute parable, and tried to in the minute parable, we're running out of time. And also in the longer version this morning, I explained that the devil can manifest in many different ways, girls. Be on the lookout from folks you know telling you don't go see the handsome bald guy. Don't be in his inventory. Don't let him define graphic art with your beauty. Those guy with the little horn on you. He was there when the angel was teaching you how to take those first few steps, say those first few words, and you don't always know. He'll give you that self-doubt. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Remember, the strength in numbers. Get to some other attractive blonde and near blonde girls together. Come see me. Remember, you try to call me and you get that phone ringing, error message, busy signal. You get to leave a message, I don't get it, and you don't show up on my caller ID, my call log, my call record. Yes, it's not going to be boring. That boring thing you get when you need firemen, police, paramedics, and two, when you, maybe when you graduate, even if you're not in sales, when you're calling up countless other customers or folks who can benefit your business. I can design graphic art for your business. You can't reach me by phone. I can't do that. Phone, mail, or internet. And you get that? Yes, that's your Gates livelihood. Your Spectrum livelihood. That's them next door with that Mormon backup sound. Yeah, I always see a lot of gosh darn heck. Yeah, they don't cuss in that other way. They gosh darn heck. If you know the Mormons, what I'm talking about, you know. If you don't know, don't worry about it. But I always see them over there when the beep, the backup sound is used to interrupt the parable, and that was going on as I was beginning this parable here. But, your Spectrum livelihood, you can't reach me. I can't design you good imagery. You can't reach me. I can't buy your product. Make that video. Opportunity stolen. I had that a while ago. See if I can find it. Opportunity stolen. There you are. That's the big eye. Smaller brown circles slowly disappearing. Bigger blue circles growing in through and around. And yes, I can't help it. I can't get a very sharp focused photo of my eye. Just like I can't trust my Googles. I at one time had heard that Osama bin Laden went to college in America somewhere. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it isn't, but I do know that I Googled that and I got an entry for it, and I went to the entry. It wasn't what it was supposed to be, what it said it was going to be, and I went back. You used the back button, and it had nothing on it. So whenever I'm having trouble finding something like that from last night, I always work to make it better, because now Osama bin Laden went to Harvard under an assumed name. That's how he got his son in. Oh, don't give me that. Don't be a hater. Put Osama bin Laden, Barack Hussein Obama right side by side. Check out those eyes and don't be a hater. It's 2018. They're mixing things up all over the place. You can't have it both ways if you're politically correct. But let me get back to this story because it's 20 minutes. And yes, watch out for the devil and don't let him talk you out of coming to see me. It's opportunity. Tear down the Great Wall of Evil. It has just me and this flower in my imagery, and let's get started in my hat. Let's get started building a better world. Now, Lefty explains that Aria has to do everything for Tom. It's going to get him. I better do the sugar chick too. She has to shower him with the scrub brush, and she has to open doors for him. And Lefty's been getting laughs all night long with that notepad. And he says, "Stupid, can't even pick his own nose." And everybody kind of has a big laugh, and then Tommy and Rhea come in. He talked her into stopping by the bar on the way, Al's bar on the way home, and they walk in. Everybody gets quiet, and they say, "What's the joke?" And "Oh, nothing." And Tommy gets this itch, and he says, "Rhea, can you?" And she doesn't like doing that. She takes him over in the corner, and it's part of being married, sickness and then health, and sickness includes boogers. She's a picking his nose in the corner there, and Lefty writes down, "Look, look," and they all look over, and they have an even bigger laugh as Rhea is 225 picking Tommy's nose, and she's mortified, and she makes Tommy leave early. And on the way home, she tells him, "Never again. You're not going to get me to pick your nose in public." Let me show you the eyes. That's the end of the purple. It's getting too long, 22 minutes. Let me take my flashlight. Let me show you. There's what the eyes look like most of my life, and unless you get up close, they're probably going to look like that right now. Mostly dark brown. Started changing in 1996. There's a little bit of blue here in March of 2013, and about a year later, I think, a little bit more blue. Smaller browner circuits slowly disappearing, bigger bluer circuits growing in through and around. It's genetic carpentry. I'm the son of a carpenter. I can do that. Don't try this at home. And yeah, if you know what's going on, come see me in person. Tell me. My doctors can't talk about. I think it's something with the camera, the phone, because it's not picking this up as much as it should. It's not as bright. I don't think the flashlight's just as bright. Let me try that light. It's a little lighter. Yeah, you can see where the whitest is. It looks different today. It's slowly disappearing. Bigger blue circles growing in through and around. You can see it looks a little bit raised, at least it does to me. I don't know what's happened to the damn phone. Maybe it's just the video started for me. But you can see that, and slowly but surely. Come tell me, what's going on with the eyes? Yeah, my doctors can't talk about the change in eyes. They can't talk about the 93 checks either. They can reach me by phone, ask them how they do that. 424-229-4140. Come see me in person. Have Wit Will Travel. Show me a perfect place to build that opportunity house. When you see someone other than me and these flowers and skyscrapers of LA. In my imagery, someone's done that. We've torn down the Great Wall of Evil, at least around me. We're still working on what's placing Hussein and the cowardly Hussein and the buffoon Russian guy. But tear down the Great Wall of Evil. Let's get started building a better world. You can call it an opportunity house if you want. It's an opportunity for a whole lot of good folks from all walks of life to build a better world. But I have to tell you, it's Jesus' Immaculate House because it's in the fine print. There will be a test at the end. Yeah, I hear it's pass, fail, or purgatory.